Hari Om, Sarve Janaha Sugino Bhavantu, Dirghayushman Bhava, Sarva Mangalani Abhivirdhir Bhavatu Tathastu. So I am continuing Bhagavad Gita, the part 4, the greatness of Bhagavad Gita, English, part 4. So, as I said, even in the Karma Yoga, in the daily Karma, Bhagavan says, give some practical Upadesha. That is, he says, do not eat too much of a food, or do not be without eating food, or do not sleep too much, or do not be without sleep. This is a practical tip. We will see first the Sanskrit words, which is coming in chapter 6, verse number 16, Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan says very clearly, na ati ashnatah tu. Na ati ashnatah tu yogaha asti na cha eva ekantam anashnatah na cha ati swapna shilasya jagratah na cha arjuna you will. Now let us see by word meaning. Some anvaya also I will do. Na ati, no ati, too much. Ati ashnatah. Ashnam means to eat. Ashnatah is a very famous word used in Upanishads. Like in Gadhopanishad, you can see Yamadharma Raja comes and sees the young Nachiketa waiting at his doorstep, at his residence, and he tells him, you have been waiting for 3 days, you are a Brahmin boy, anashnan, without taking food, without taking water like that. So it's a sin for me. I'll give you whatever you want to remove the sin. Please ask me boons, I will give you 3 boons. That's how the Gadhopanishad states. I have given word by word meaning of Gadhopanishad also in the YouTubes. You can go to Subramaniam Brothers, SB, the emblem, and click on that. You can find the drops of all my 255 videos. So that is why he says, that is beautifully he says, don't eat too much. That's what. Na ati ashnatah yogaha. See, suppose the yoga, the karma yoga is what? The yogaha asti. Na ati ashnatah tu. But, the but will come later on. But, yogaha asti. What is that yoga? Na ati ashnatah, the eater, the too much of a eater, he is not a yogi. Na cha ekantam anashnatah, being without eating, ekantam, the fellow, only the only route, either be eating too much or either be without eating. That's what. And the yogi cannot be like that. That's what he says. Yogi asti na. A yogi is one he cannot be a yogi if he eats too much, ashnatah, or if he is without eating at all. Ekanta rupena, if he is either that or this. Eka antam ekantam. That's what Bhagavan says. Na cha and na ekantam. What? Anashnatah, ashnatah. That if you are that situation, and how can you be a yogi? He astina, he will not be a yogi. And Bhagavan says, na ati swapna shilasya, of the fellow who is always sleeping, only thinking, he is a swapna shila, always dreaming, means sleeping, always swapna shilasya. Then he says, na jagrato na jagratah, a fellow who is always waking up, is always in a wakeful state, who does not sleep, always tension fellow, always jagratah is the, who is a jagratah? One who is always alert, means he does not sleep. So the fellow, either he is too much of sleeping, swapna shila, we generally say no, he is a swapna shila. He is a swapna shila, one who is habituated to having dreams. That means he is a sleeper, totally sleeping, lazy fellow. Or the one who is always jagarataha, means always awake, always alert. That you should not have. Cha Arjuna, that he is not a yogi. He is talking of the karma yoga portion. He cannot be a yogi, one who does not eat at all or one who eats too much. One who eats too much is a ashnatah. This anashnatah, an is a pratyaya we call as ajadi pratyaya. We have two pratyayas, ajadi and haladi. Ajadi means you put an for all the swaras, a, I, u and all. So ashnam, I told you, no, ash is the dhatu, ashnam is a eater, eat. That fellow, ashnam is eating. The ashna, one, the eater always, ashnataha and unashnataha. Opposite meaning, one who does not eat. So, if you see that beautiful tip of Bhagavan, nowadays they say you should be in moderation. The Western sciences now only have come to the word moderation. That's what Bhagavan says. Neither should you eat too much, neither you should be without eating, neither you should be always sleeping, or neither you should be always without sleep, always alert. No. You cannot be a yogi. A yogi is in moderation. What these people are telling now, Bhagavan has already told us in Bhagavad Gita 4,000 to 5,000 years back. See the wisdom. Is it not? If you overeat, we cannot digest. Especially as you age, we don't have the 27 amino acids secreted in full to digest our food. With a small matchstick, can you just cook a big pot full of rice? You should have a big high energy gas stove or some lot of logs or something. So you are having very little secretion of acids, 27 amino acids they say. You have very little secretion. How you will cook and digest the food which you take? Everything will go undigested as a form of a gas will be there generated, and you will have all sorts of health problems. In the same way, if you be without eating, these acids will again eat up your all your organs. It will eat up all your vital organs, causing you acidity, causing you ulcer, weakness, everything. No, because it has to eat these acids. So though small for the aged people, though the quantity is very small for the aged people, these secretions, still they will be eating. So for aged people, take little, for middle age, middle, and the young age, okay, a little bit extra. But there is, you cannot eat, even for the youngsters, cannot gorge the food or be without eating. That's not yogi. Or sleep, always sleep. You should have good quantum of sleep for you to be healthy. 7 hours they say, or 8 hours maximum they say. But you cannot, like Kumbhakarna, you cannot sleep for 20 hours or 16 hours, always sleeping, waking up, eating food, and then going to bed again and sleeping. Everything is dangerous. Or all without sleep people spend means it will affect the body in the long run. Their thinking power, their mental power, everything will be reduced. That's what Bhagavan beautifully says. See the concept of this good health. Even when I was young, I used to read a book. Sputnik was a Russian magazine. It says eat less and live long. That's what I have found in most of the aged people, especially belonging to the Hindu Indian culture. They eat very less food. Especially if they are super citizens, 65, 70 and above, they eat very less food, required food. They don't gorge the food, but they eat. They are not without eating. Probably once a month, this upavas is there, that you can always have. That comes under eating less only. Does not come under without eating food. But if you are without food for the last 10 days or 15 days, that means you know what will happen to the body. Likewise, too much of a sleep and no sleep. See, this concept which our scientists or which our medical doctors tell today, or the psychologists, is already available long time back, several years back. So, please follow this concept of eat less, or don't eat too much, or don't sleep too much, or sleep well. This is what concept of Bhagavan Karma Yoga. Then only you will be a yogi. Bhagavan says yogi means perfect person who has all good control of his physical senses and also his good control of his body. With this I end my today's lecture, and still I shall continue till such time. Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam. Thank you.